How are you doing on this absolutely beautiful solstice morning? Yes, it's good, isn't it? Right? Woke up on a cold day, but we all decided that we would come together and create community. This is an auspicious day. It is the winter solstice. It started at it was precisely at 9:03 this morning. And we are in, although the light is coming back, the days, believe me, I promise they're going to get longer. It may be a while. But one of the things that I like to think about on the winter solstice and at this dark time is that we should embrace the dark. That dark gets a bad rap. Dark is associated with negativity, with evil, and yet we know that the dark is beautiful and it is redeeming. And so I'm going to invite you as the days progress and we're still in the dark time, to go ahead and embrace the dark and allow it to reveal to you what it is that perhaps you need or want to hold in your lives, something deep inside, and just let the dark embrace you. This is about redeeming dark. So I'm going to invite you to go ahead and just rise in body or spirit, or stay seated, whatever your body wants to do, and sing with me. It's number 55 in your gray hymnal, but we got the words, y'all. Is my stool straight? The winters are
Good morning. Welcome to this place of peace, justice, and hope. In this Unitarian Universalist congregation, we affirm no matter who you are, who you love, or where you are on your journey, you are welcome here. For those of you joining us online, we are so glad you're with us. If you're visiting today, we invite our visitors to sign the book in the living room. And if you would like to join us for coffee downstairs after service, if you would like, feel free to take a green mug so that we can recognize and greet you. Also, members and friends, to help folks connect, remember to wear your name tags with pronoun stickers. And if you need a new name tag, see the person at the visitor's table. I'm Tony Metters. My pronouns are he, him. I'm an African-American male. I'm pleased to be with you today as your worship associate. Our music today will be provided by the Celebration Singers, directed by Julia Beckman, and our music director, Jamie Passman. This is an all-ages service, and remember, all voices are welcome here. We recognize that individuals of all ages and abilities have different needs during the service. In the living room in the back of the sanctuary, we provide a cart of fidgets and drawing supplies and other things. So if at any point you feel the need for movement, please feel free to get up and grab a fidget and draw, or stand and sit on the floor. There are also different types of seating available in the back of the sanctuary. Please see a greeter for assistance if needed. There's always a lot going on around the church, and you can read all about it in News and Notes, which arrives in your inbox every Friday, and there are printed copies available downstairs. If you would like to receive News and Notes, stop by the welcome table in the back of the living room of the church. Remember that our candlelight Christmas Eve service will be at 4 o'clock p.m. There will be lessons and carols, special music, and the choir will sing. All are welcome. This is also a service where we replenish the minister's discretionary fund, which allows the minister to help those in need.
Thank you so much, Tony, and I'll add my greeting to that of Tony. And by way of introduction for accessibility, I'm the Reverend Dr. Beth Johnson. My pronouns are she, they. I am a short white woman with reddish hair. It is good to be with you this morning. But I just invite you to take a breath with me and just arrive. Breathing in and out, feeling your body on the chair, hearing the rustling next to you, the breathing of the person next to you, reminding us that we are connected each to each. And beloved, we are in the midst of celebration, of the birth of hope, of the festival of life, light and life, of the triumph of freedom. The darkness of the year is ever so slightly lifting, and the time of light will grow longer. We've gathered in anticipation for the hope of peace on earth and in our homes and in our lives. We've gathered in this season of celebration seeking comfort to soften the pain and losses of lives that have suffered in the fast retreating year. We've gathered to worship joyfully within this season of celebrations, the tenderness of love, of family and friends around us. Let us all be embraced by the strength and the power of this sacred space that we create together. And let us each bring our full selves as we create the beloved community, the not yet always coming into being community of justice and love. Let joy and sorrow into the fullness of our lives. Let the power and strength we embody join us together as we move through the seasons of celebration into a new year with a new vision of what might be for our earth. Let us sing together, let us be silent together, and beloved, let us dream together. It is good to be together.
We come together this morning, refugees from cold and worry and the press of festive fuss. We come this morning, revelers in the snowy wintering, brimming with the joy of holiday hope. We come this morning with perhaps a mixture of all of the above and more. We come, planet pilgrims on this blue boat home, spinning toward the darkest night, we come. Seekers and bringers and singers of light and hope and meaning. We come together this morning, finding in this place, among these people, a place to tell and hear stories, a place to reimagine possibilities for ourselves and our world. We come together this morning, finding in this place, among these people, a place to be, where the light is born. We light our chalice, the light of community.
I just want to add to our singing, we're honored to have Carolyn playing flute for us, and she's also singing with us. So we give her credit for that. Carolyn May, by the way, she is now.
Morning. I'm going to bring back the light. I know miraculous, right? We have kindled the light of hope and of joy, and today we're going to kindle the light of love. So I invite you to stand if you would like to join in this guided meditation. Stand tall like a strong tree. Feel your feet planted firmly on the ground. Let your arms rest gently at your sides. Now take a deep breath in and slowly let it out. Imagine you are standing outside under a bright golden sun. Stretch your arms out wide and feel its warmth shining down on you. This is the light of love. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Now bring your hands together like you're holding something small and glowing. A tiny flickering flame. This is the flame of love. Look at it. This flame reminds us of love, of people dancing, singing, and celebrating life. Take a deep breath and feel that love inside you. Let your flame grow brighter. But now imagine that the wind begins to blow. It makes the flame flicker. Sometimes the world is unfair and it feels hopeless. But watch, your flame doesn't go out. You protect it by cupping your hands. You keep it safe and you make it stronger. Take a deep breath in and blow out gently like a soft wind. Now imagine you see other people around you, your family, your friends, and even people you don't know. Hold out your flame. One by one, you pass your love to them, and soon the whole space is glowing. This is how we build a better world, one person at a time, one kind action at a time, one moment of standing up for what is right. Now take a deep breath in and slowly let it out. The light of love is inside of you. You don't need to hold a candle because you carry it in your heart. When you are ready, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and repeat after me. We celebrate love.
We celebrate love.
May we carry the light.
May we carry the light.
May we keep working for a better world.
May we keep working for a better world.
May the light of love shine in all of us.
May the light of love shine in all of us.
Blessed be.
Good morning. What a beautiful morning this is. I am Swamini Adityananda Saraswati, and I am your intern minister. For folks, as a descriptive, I have curly, very, very curly, frizzy, very, very frizzy hair, wearing orange today. And I wanted to talk about something very special. Today is the 7th day of Hanukkah. And tomorrow, actually tonight itself, at sundown, will begin the 8th day. In a few minutes, we'll light more of this menorah together. But first, I wanted to briefly share some stories of why this holiday is celebrated, and even share some mystical secrets that often are not shared. So in Judaism, there is literal storytelling and there is mystical storytelling, mystical interpretation, I should say, of the story. So I'll get back to that, but I'm going to start with the literal story. There was a time over 2,000 years ago, a couple hundred years after Alexander the Great's death, when the great temple of Jerusalem was ransacked. In place of the Holy of Holies, a statue of Zeus was installed by the Greeks, and nobody was allowed to practice the Jewish faith, or else they might be put to death. I'm not going to go into the whole tale, but let's just say that after several decades, a ragtag army led by Judah the Maccabee, or as Shakespeare calls him, Judas Maccabeus, was able to recapture the temple and free countless thousands of people from subjugation. In the aftermath of it all, the Holy Temple, which had been so desecrated, was cleaned up, refitted, and then recommissioned, reconsecrated. But to properly reconsecrate a Jewish temple at the time, the priests needed special oil to light the holy menorah or candelabra, a representation of which is right here. So you needed a special kind of oil to light this at the time. It was a kind of olive oil, and they found a teeny bit in the destroyed temple that they had just put together. And this was only enough for 1 day's worth of lighting the holy light of the temple. A new batch would have to be procured, but that could take days and days and days. And so the only thing the faithful could think of to do so that they could pray and reopen their holy temple was to pray that this light that they were about to light would last long enough for them to get more oil. And it did. After their deep prayers, the light lasted for 8 whole days. And thus, this was deemed the miracle of light. Each night, for 8 nights, a candle is thus lit on the menorah in remembrance. But as I promised, there is a deeper, more mystical meaning to this story that few people ever hear. Up until recently, Jewish mysticism was only taught to men over the age of 40 who were handpicked by their rabbis to learn this mystical knowledge, which is thousands of years old, not new stuff. It's slowly opening up to this world, and today I'll share some of this. You see, just like in Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, and so many other religions, there is not just one kind of Judaism. Just like all Christians are not all MAGA. So under Judaism, as I mentioned, there are 4 types of religious interpretation, one of which is literal, and then there's Sod, or the hidden, mystical interpretation. Said George Robinson in his classic book called Essential Judaism, historically, this scholar says, historically, the work of the mystics is the underpinning of almost all Orthodox Jewish thought. So why am I bringing this up on Hanukkah? It all has to do with light, as we just were sharing a few moments ago. You see, in Jewish mysticism, as well as in many other mystical traditions, all of life, as we know, as you use, is interconnected. And under Jewish mysticism, all of life is brought to life by the light of divinity, which is everywhere, in everything, animating all, connecting us all together as one. That divine light that animates life is called Or Ein Sof. Or Ein Sof. And perhaps that's why in Proverbs 20:27, it says, the human spirit is the lamp of the Lord. So on Hanukkah, Jewish mystics say they may light the menorah to honor the light that illuminates us all, which connects us, which means life. As each candle is lit, we can remember our own inner light, growing ever brighter and brighter to eradicate the inner darkness, the spiritual darkness in the season of winter solstice. And so I will light this menorah with the prayers of some of my own ancestors. And as I light it, let your eyes focus on each growing flame as a meditation. As the light grows, feel the light inside you grow, which watch as the light reaches to greater heights. Imagine yourself also reaching to those greater heights, becoming one with that light. As I say this ancient prayer, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kirishanu bar mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadignir shel Hanukkah. Focusing on the light, growing into the light. You are that. Om. Shalom. Salam. Amen. So the Reverend Kimberly Debus, in her dissertation on the Hanukkah song that we're about to sing, recalls listening to Peter, Paul, and Mary growing up, and only later realizing the anti-war and civil rights messages of their songs. So the song we're about to sing, which is 221, Light One Candle, was written by Paul Yarrow. Reverend Debus wrote her review of this song just as FBI Director James Comey was fired. She wrote that she saw just how resonant these lyrics are today. The lyrics say, light one candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. Holy cow, she says, have we come this far, always believing that justice would somehow prevail? This is the burden, and this is the promise, and this is why we will not fail. Not must not, by the way, but will not. So let us sing this with that intention and promise, understanding the power of our light within. Verses 2 and 3 of 221, Light One Candle.
Light one candle for all.
think this is a song we might not have done in a while. But one of the things that I appreciate, Swamini, about you telling the story is understanding that the stories that we tell, the stories, the myths that are handed down, have those multiple meanings. The mystical sense that we've reinforced this whole service of holding light, lighting the menorah, and also the story of struggle. And of course, the song just talked about the struggle and how justice will always prevail everywhere, and it is our job to see that that happens. So, beloved, we have been lighting a lot of candles this season. It just occurred to me as I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at our Advent candles, and I'm looking at our solstice candles, because this is the time of light, and we're weaving them together in our service. But for the past few weeks, we have been celebrating Advent. For those of us who are Christian, it is the anticipation of the birth of Jesus, the Christ. For others of us, it's a way to enter into that time of silence and darkness, to give ourselves the opportunity to meditate on those things, the qualities of Advent, the ones that we hold in the waiting, which is hope and peace, joy and love. These are aspirations that don't belong to one single faith, but they belong to us all, do they not? As people of faith, as people who practice a tradition that has what at the center? Love at the center. As Unitarian Universalists, as we articulate our values, we do so saying that love is at the center. The Reverend Erica Hewitt wrote that every Sunday during Advent, as we've woven the lighting of the wreath into the worship life of our church, we remember that Advent comes from the Latin verb advenire, which means to draw near. By lighting one more candle on our Advent wreath each week, we make visible our spirit of waiting, our spirit of expectation. The first candle that we lit in the name of hope, not just for what we long for, but for trust, for the best within us to rise and to grace the many endings and beginnings in our lives. We lit the second candle in the name of peace, please. The courage to soften and to cultivate the ability to stay present in difficult moments. We lit the third candle in the name of joy, the abiding faith that joy unfolds whenever we are able to enter into and consent to the practice of opening to possibility. This morning, we light the fourth candle on our Advent wreath in the name of love, as an invitation for the holy to dwell within us, deepening our capacity to love and to be watchful for love's presence among us. I loved watching you look at each other and share the flame that our director of programs, Pam Fodor, invited us to do. And I watched, and you handed it to each other, to me, to you. And that's what we're aiming for, that we may be watchful for love's presence among us, even when it's difficult. We open to the love that awaits us in the weeks to come. As we prepare to bring new possibilities into life, may love guide us and be a creative force in our lives. So, yeah, I know. I'm not going to set myself on fire. I love how Swamini was on it. She's going to set herself on fire. I know she is. It'll be so unseemly. This is the candle of love. Love, as we've shared, is the spark inside of us. So, Last week, we kind of crowdsourced joy. Today, I'd like to crowdsource love. Beloved, what do you love? Call it out and let it be present in this room. What do you love? Megan. Karen loves Megan. It's fine. What do you love? Children, family, parents, music, nature. We got two people doing nature right at the same time. Friendship. This place. What? God. Dogs. Which is God spelled backwards. Dogs. I love dogs too. What did you say, sweetheart? Lightning bugs. Oh, lightning bugs. What else do you love? Sunshine. In the back. You got to yell it out for me. What? There's your Chicago. Yes. There is a lot of love in this room. Just hold on to that love. Hold on to that love that gives us the opportunity to live fully into the promise of who we are called to be. We are indeed called to be purveyors of love in even the most difficult times. Many of you know that I'm watching the Buddhist monks walk. You know I was going to mention them today. For those of you who are new here today, there are 19 Buddhist monks walking from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C. And yesterday, they walked over the Edmund Pettus Bridge. They walked over the Edmund Pettus Bridge, beloveds. Not just 19 monks and their dog Aloka with a heart on his forehead, but with streams of people following them, step by step, each mindful step over the Edmund Pettus Bridge, where they released red flower petals. And so it is at this Advent time, at the birth of that baby, who himself was a refugee, a brown-skinned Palestinian Jew, a refugee fleeing for safety, and we are called to make space in our lives and in our hearts, step by step, for the love that he brought into the world. Not only him, but of course the Buddha, as these Buddhist monks are walking, and the many prophets that we have had among us and have among us. And so we celebrate love and we celebrate the continuation of light. This song incorporated 3 holidays, holy days that are happening at the same time, right? Hanukkah, Christmas, and the winter solstice. The song that the choir is going to sing is a bridge between those 2 holidays. It's the holly and the ivy. I got carried away. that Carolyn sang and played on that song. Thank you, Carolyn. I'm going to invite you into a meditation, Solstice and Christmas Blessings by the Irish poet, the late John O'Donoghue. Somewhere out at the edges, the night is turning and the waves of darkness begin to brighten on the shore of dawn. The heavy dark falls back to earth and the freed air goes wild with light. The heart fills with fresh, bright breath and thoughts stir to give birth to color. I arise today. In the name of the silence, womb of the word, in the name of the stillness, home of belonging, in the name of solitude of the soul and the earth, in the name of the silence, womb of the word, in the name of stillness, home of belonging, in the name of solitude of the soul and the earth, I arise today. Blessed by all things, wings of breath, delight of eyes, wonder of whisper, intimacy of touch, eternity of soul, urgency of thought, miracle of health, embrace of God. May I live this day compassionate of heart, clear of word, gracious in awareness, courageous in thought, generous in love. May it be so. What a prayer. This is the promise of this time, that the light will come and we prepare ourselves, as we have all morning and through this month. And you know what? We just prepare ourselves anyway through our lives with stories. Happy solstice. At 9:03 precisely this morning, the light was reborn. It's the promise of the season, the promise born of darkness. A light is born. This is the season to pause, to just pause for a moment. Solstice means standing still sun. The pause before that slow return of light after the darkest night. For millennia, our ancestors, those who shared this land and those a world away, marked this and celebrated the birth of the sun, the lengthening of days. They celebrated with all the symbols that are still around us, the holly and the ivory, evergreen trees, Christmas lights, gifts, and merrymaking. They were celebrating the return of light. The solstice, the day upon which sacred birds of God and humans celebrate what has taken place, a time that we can connect, as we've said over and over, with hope and possibilities. On our calendar year, the winter solstice marks the first day of winter. But in the Celtic wheel of the year, winter solstice is the midpoint of the winter season. And just think about it. It does feel like the beginning of winter, I know. It feels like winter has been going on for a really long time. And yet, the beginning of the year in the Celtic wheel of the year actually began on Samhain on October 31st. Winter is by no means finished. The promise of light still assures us that the darkness eventually leads to light. And yet, we pause and we sing and we tell stories. And so in one of the traditions that I practice, we feel like we need to sing and dance the light into being, okay? So I'm going to invite us to sing, and if you're inclined to dance a chant, it's called, you can look at your hymnal, but don't really bother because I changed the words because they were out of order. This is a chant that goes, the earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. So I'm going to invite you to rise in body or spirit, and let's sing the light back, because this is what we're really doing. We're connecting ourselves to all of the elements, and so we're going to sing that into being. Sing with me.
Return,
You did it. Yay! You did it. This is a time of imagining what it is that we would like to birth in our lives. I imagine my ancient ancestors standing in standing stones, looking at that light coming in. Because remember, they weren't like sure it was going to come back, right? So they built monuments and sacred places. But you, beloved, are also a sacred place. You are sacred in all of who you are. I'd like to invite you to just take a breath and imagine what it is that you long for in these days, for yourself, for our world. What needs to be transformed in you? And just sit with that for a moment. Breathe into that for me, would you? Can you feel it? Maybe it's a word. Maybe it's an image. Maybe it's a feeling in your body that you can't quite give a name to yet. That's okay. It'll come. Trust in the magic of the season. This is a season of miracles. It is a season of magic. And it is a season of mystery. This is also a time of release in order to make room for what no longer, to bring in what we need in our lives and desire in our lives and what our body and soul wants in our lives. And so we can release what no longer serves us. Is there something that you need to say goodbye to? Someone? A habit, a practice? Breathe. Let it go. Breathing in again. Remembering what it is, calling back up or calling up what it is that you wish to birth. The light that you held earlier is the light that is still within you. This is one of the gifts of the winter solstice. We pause to find those places in us, the dreams, the hopes, the desires, the longings, aching to be born. So we pause to reflect, to turn slightly but decidedly away from that darkness, not to flee from it, for it teaches us, but to pause and then to turn the wheel of the year to the next phase. I'm going to invite you into a practice that I have done for, I don't know now, 30 years, maybe longer. I was 10. No, that's not true. This is a practice that I've had for many, many years as I've traveled the Celtic Wheel of the Year. And at the winter solstice, what we do is we pick words, inspiration words, to guide us for the year. I've done this, I did it with my last congregation, and I've done it with you. This is going to be our third time doing it. The idea is to let the word come to you. We've got baskets full of words. We're going to pass them out, and you can't look to see what you're going to get. You can't pick it. No, you can't. Now, the story that I like to tell is, the way I used to do this many years ago, is we had our words strung up on a Yule tree, and we'd dance around the tree and then pick a word, and that would be our word for the year. Well, y'all know this story because I've told it twice already. I danced by the tree one year, and I picked up obedience, and I danced right back and put it back. And then I went back, and I picked truth. So obedience and truth were really the same thing, honoring my truth, being and being obedient to it. So whatever you get, know that it's trust, that it's what you need. Your spirit knows, psyche knows, whatever your hand knows. So in a moment, I'm going to ask Swamini and Tony to give me a hand, and we're going to pass out some words. And just hold that and let it see how it speaks to you. One of the things that I love, absolutely love, is when people talk to me throughout the year of their word. And then we're going to call up our board president, David Mrazek, to pick the word for the congregation. The word for the congregation last year was openness. And think of all the openings and the ways that we've been open. So can I get some helpers here? In fact, I'm going to give you a hand here. You guys take this. Oh, you want to come up? That's great. Here, I want to be the one holding. Oh, you're going to pass them. Thank you. Perfect. Do you want to pick yours first? No? Okay. Give him a hand. I'm going to bring this to the choir. I always want to peek. Sometimes people show me. You got obedience 1 year. Did you get it? They got it. The kids got it. And he kept playing while he got his word.
Would you like to take one for me?
I took one at home, but I'll take another one.
Shall I pass this out soon?
No, the kids got it. How are you doing? You're very quiet for having gotten words. Okay. You want to share it? You don't have to. Okay. Did Tony get a word?
Put my red pebble in the bowl.
Okay, thank you. Oh, have fun with that. Oh, it's going to be a good year. Oh, my goodness. You got 2 words.
Yeah, they,
Do you want them both?
I don't mind.
Okay, what'd you get, man? Okay, that's a harder word. We didn't talk about it. Yeah, someone got synthesis. That's a little bit of a harder word. But we can, oh, I'm sorry. Someone got acceptance is the answer to all of my problems today. How'd you do, Jim? Right. Mm. Beautiful. Good. Expansive, not explosive. What you get? Let me see.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
I know what you mean to me. That's last year you had the same one. Okay, someone just got the same word as they had last year, and that's like tells you something. The universe is like, you do need to relax. Beautiful. Let's see.
It's relaxation.
Man. This is like my favorite thing all year long. Ooh, freedom.
Balance.
Yes, I know, it's not like a sexy fancy word, but it's like, Okay. Okay, there you go. I got the joke. Wisdom. May I? Oh, okay, purification. Have fun with that. It's good. It's good. Like spirits, he's going to purpose. I love purpose. I did pick one. Did you pick one? Can I hold it for you? Understanding.
Can I look at mine?
Yes, you can look at yours.
Peace.
Peace. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to get to as many people as I can. What you got? You don't have to share it, but now I'm staring at you. Integrity. Patience, patience, beauty, beauty. What you got? Vision. Ooh. Beautiful delight. What you got? Integrity. All right. I didn't get around to everyone to peek at your words, but please feel free to share them with me and share them with one another. Oh, wait. Put them all in this. And then I want Dave to pick from here. Okay, I'm going to tell the story about these words. We're almost there, y'all. Okay. I'm going to tell you a story about these particular words. I mentioned that I've been doing this for about 30 years. I did order my cards, but they didn't come in time. No, because I usually start with a fresh stack. And you see how many words these are? Because I start with a fresh stack, these are accumulation of words from about 20 or 25 years. So I went ahead in bringing them to you and just let them be fresh for us. So David, you ready? Not gonna look. No, he's looking. He's not looking. Yeah.
Depth.
Depth. Oh, that's good. That's good. Right now, the congregation is in a strategic discussion process, and so we're going to be going deep. Beautiful. Pam, did you want to pick for religious education?
Sure.
All right. All right. Transformation. You want to pick for the choir?
Ooh, okay, kids, ready?
This is the word Ari had last.
It is.
I'll look at a few.
Pam just said that no.
Trust.
Oh, okay. Pam just said that transformation was the word for the. And Jamie, do you want to pick for the music program?
Harmony.
No, that's your personal word. Oh, if you want to make that for the.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
I'm going to let him do that. I would normally not
I'm
do
a
that.
harmony kind of guy. That's
Okay.
perfect.
You want another one? This is for the music program. Or free. Light. All right. Beautiful, beloveds. Beautiful. You did good. So what I encourage you to do truly is hang on to them. Maybe put them on your altar. Put them, my last congregation, people would put them in their name tags. Put it on a shelf, someplace where you'll see it, and give yourself an opportunity to just have a word that guides you through the year. I pick a word every day, and that kind of guides me through my day, and I see how it can, connects with my word. So I'm going to invite us into a little litany. Really, your response is, the light is born. In the greatest darkness of cold winter, a light is born. From our deepest fears, when we most despair, when all seems lost, a light is born. When the earth lays waste, when animals hide and the leaves are gone, when the river is frozen and the ground is hard, shadows are fleeing, light is returning, warmth will come again. The light is reborn. And Tony, do you want to do the offering for us? Sorry, I didn't call you.
We know that our financial contributions to this congregation come from commitment and hard work. We are so grateful for this and commit together to ensure the funds we gather collectively do a greater good for ourselves and our world. Now let there be an offering to sustain and grow the life and mission of this congregation. May we give in love and in hope. Please join in our offertory words. This church is made up of all of us. It is what we learn together, the work we do together, the fun we have together. It is what we share with one another, with people around us, and with the world.
Thank you all for this beautiful service and this time together. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of its truth, the warmth of this community, nor the fire of our commitment. These we carry in our hearts, and we share with all the world. Oh. It's the dog. Couldn't not end this service without singing another Christmas song, so I invite you to rise in body or spirit for Deck the Hall. Be makers of peace, and know this, you are love.